And turning to Northwest news, workers are still removing pieces of the Interstate 5 bridge that fell into the Skagit River on May 23rd when an oversized truck hit a girder. A spokesman for the National Transportation Safety Board, Peter Knutson, said Monday in an email that the on-site investigation continues this week as investigators document components as they are removed from the river. An NTSB investigator traveled to the headquarters of Mullen Trucking in Albertside, Alberta, to gather information about the truck that was carrying the oversized load. If the company is found negligent, the state could make a claim to recover damages. Washington Transportation Department spokesman Travis Phelps told the Daily Herald. Traffic is detoured through Mount Vernon until a temporary bridge is in place. An Eatonville fire official says a small plane flying from Oregon to Seattle crashed into a home late last week, but the pilot and passenger escaped with only minor injuries. Two men were headed to a conference when they encountered rough weather over Eatonville, and the pilot decided to land at a local airport. The Cessna 172 landed instead in the yard of a home, then skidded into the front of the house, which was not occupied at the time. The house sustained minor damage. The men were not identified by authorities, and the Eatonville Police and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. A SWAT team that surrounded a home in Pasco and used flashbang grenades before going inside discovered the suspect was not there Sunday. The Associated Press reports the sounds and sight of heavily armed officers and an armored car alarmed residents of a neighborhood who were told to stay inside. Police said they were looking for a shooting suspect from Othello and had found a car connected to the case in the Pasco neighborhood. A trial began today in a federal court in Seattle to determine whether the Skagit County cities of Mount Vernon and Burlington are providing adequate legal representation to poor people charged with crimes. The American Civil Liberties Union of Washington sued the cities 2 years ago, alleging a litany of shortcomings that systematically violated poor defendants' constitutional rights. The lawsuit noted that from 2005 to 2012, public defense services were provided by just 2 part-time lawyers who combined handled more than 2,000 cases a year. The plaintiff says lawyers rarely visited with their clients in jail, investigated the cases, or did much of anything besides urge them to plead guilty. The ACLU wants a permanent injunction and the appointment of a part-time public defense supervisor to ensure basic legal standards are met. The cities argue that they've made vast improvements in their public defense system since the lawsuit was filed, and they now have 4 lawyers working at double the pay rate to represent defendants. That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.